Oh, hello everybody. Welcome back to Sunday Open Studios. I'm just finishing off a Mother's Day card that I started yesterday. And I wanted to show it to you and show you what I'm making. Did you know that next week is Mother's Day? Here it is. I made it using a raised salt painting technique, and that's what we're going to do today. Not necessarily make a Mother's Day card, but do the raised salt painting. So all we need to have today is some salt, some glue, food coloring, water, paintbrush, and maybe something to put your food coloring in. I'm using an ice cube tray today. So once you've found all of your supplies, join me back here and we'll do some salt painting. Welcome back. I'm going to keep going in this sketchbook that we made in the first week. And there's a collage that I ended up doing after our last session. And if I move to the next page, I've got a brand new blank page that I can work on. And I'm just going to tuck a piece of paper behind it. Let's see if I can get the page open here, just in case my glue runs off or I make a big splashy mess with my watercolor, my food coloring. And I like to use my glue out of a squeeze tube for this. And today I think I'm going to use the drawing recipe we use sometimes for our art explorations programs. It says I can use whatever colors I want, and I should draw 4 straight lines from one edge of my paper to the other. So I'm going to draw one. Oh my, sometimes it takes 2 hands to squeeze the glue. These are pretty straight lines. Oh, notice I went too fast and my glue skipped. I can go fill my lines back in again like this, just by going over it again in those spots. Sometimes it's good to move slowly with your glue. And my last line is going to go from the top edge all the way down to the bottom edge. Draw 5 circles anywhere on your paper. It's important not to make your shapes too small, otherwise they fill in. Draw 3 dots anywhere on your paper. Draw 1 curved line that starts at one edge of your paper and ends up somewhere in the middle. I wonder if I can go backwards and start in the middle and go out. Why not? I just have to end up at an edge when I'm done. Color in 2 of my circles, any color I like, so I guess that means at this point I just fill them in with glue. How many? 2. And once you have finished your picture or your design with the glue, you're going to take your salt, and I poured my salt into a container and I'm using a spoon because I find that's a bit easier than working with the big salt box. You simply sprinkle the salt over the glue like you would glitter. Make sure you cover up all those bits of glue. And then you can pour the salt off of your glue, giving it a little tap as you go. Now comes the really fun part. We can add some color to this. Well, as I said, I put the food coloring into ice cube tray, and food coloring is pretty strong, so I also added a little bit of water into the colors just by using my paintbrush to drop some water in. Now you can take this paintbrush and color in all the shapes that you made with the glue and the salt. And when you touch the food coloring to your salt, look at how it runs across the salt really quickly. And if you take another color, put it on the same area, you might get some color mixing happening. What did I get? What color did I get when I touched the yellow to the blue? Can you see the green that's showing up there? I'm careful just to touch the salt parts and the glue parts, not touch the paper. There is my raised salt painting, everybody. When it dries, it will be a textured painting. The glue doesn't dry flat. I do have to set this aside now to dry for a few hours. But you know, with more paper, more time, more glue, and more salt, I can make more pictures that are not in my book. So have a fun time, everybody, with your salt painting. Don't forget it's Mother's Day next week. We'll do something as a special little present for our mums in the afternoon of Mother's Day. Bring some paper and some crayons and some markers with you. And in the meantime, have a great week. See you next week. Bye.